Hello and welcome to second semester with Apex with A2 Virtual with me, Mr. Marino. Whether you're in Biology A or Biology B, this will be the same orientation for both. If I've had you before, well, welcome back. If I've never had you before, then welcome for the first time. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going to be in this orientation. First of all, there's going to be some important dates I'm going to give you, talk about test proctoring, talk about how to contact me, where to find your grade, and we'll talk a little bit about Schoology and Apex and how they kind of work together. Okay, first important date is January 24th. That's tomorrow if you're watching this on Monday. That the orientation quiz is due. Let's talk about the orientation quiz for a second. The orientation quiz is worth 1%. You get all the information from either this video that you're watching right now or the general A2 virtual slides that you have that are in Schoology also that I asked you to watch. So it's worth 1% of your entire grade. The rest of your grade is from the other 99% is from the work you do in Apex and that you turn into Schoology and all that good stuff. We'll talk more about that later. June 2nd, that is the last Friday before the end of the semester. Plan to have all of your coursework completed so that you can be ready for the final exam. So it does not include the final exam, just all the coursework completed by the 2nd so that you can be ready for the final exam the next week during exam week. Also on June 2nd, that's when the last date for you to let me know about retakes. We'll talk a little bit more about retakes later, but just keep that in mind. On June 8th, all of your work, including the final exam, is due by 11:59 p.m. and I will shut your access off to the course at midnight, right after 11:59 p.m. So just keep that in mind to get everything completed by 11:59 p.m. on June the 8th. Yes, I know that is the day before the last day of the semester for Ann Arbor Public Schools, but that's just the way we do it in A2 Virtual. Okay, test proctoring. Let's talk about this. You have to have at least one test proctored for this course, and I'm giving you the test right there in front of us now. What that means is you have to go to a test proctoring site. There are a couple different options for you. You can either go to see your building liaison if you are attending Pioneer, Community, Skyline, Huron. Even if you're attending a middle school, you can go to your building liaison. You can I'll get you some more information about that later. If you are in biology, or you can go to Skyline on Tuesday nights from 4 to 7 p.m. You don't need to sign up for that. You just show up. You're good to rock and roll. Okay? Now, Biology A, the 3.5.2 test, and it says CST. What they mean is that's a computer scored test. That's different than the TST, which is the teacher scored test. So the 3.5.2, that is in Apex, and you will have your proctor, whoever that is, will unlock that for you in Apex. If you're taking Biology B, 8.5.2 test, and once again, that's the computer scored test in Apex, you'll have your proctor unlock that for you. This is different than last semester. We had the final exam. We're doing tests this time. Okay. Next, contacting me. Just make sure you do it. Don't wait. If you have a question, let me know right away. I will return your email within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. If you email me on Friday, expect to get an email at least by the next Monday. If you email me right before a vacation, then I'll get it to you when we get back to vacation, all right, from vacation. How to send an email. Basically, when you send me an email, just let me know a couple of things. Number one, what is the assignment that you're talking about? Don't just send me something that says, "Hey, I need help on the quiz," right? I need to know, well, which quiz is it that you're talking about? Okay, so make sure you do that. Okay. Next, where's your grade? How do you find your grade? Don't look in Apex. Apex will be, that's not where I store grades, right? So it'll really look bad. So don't look in Apex because it's going to have things that are overdue and they'll say you didn't do it. That's not where you're supposed to do stuff, right? So don't look there. Don't look in Schoology because Schoology, once again, is not where I store your grades, right? Power School, that's where you look, okay? So look in Power School. I will return your work usually within, well, let's talk about grading days, okay? So I will return your work pretty quick, okay? Basically, the days I grade Apex courses are Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning. So anything you do on Friday or Monday, then on Tuesday, it'll get graded, right? Anything you do on Wednesday will get graded on Thursday, right, morning. And so just keep that in mind, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and everything I try to keep up with everything that's been handed in at that point. Notice that The pacing guide is what we stick with. We'll talk more about that later, but I will put zeros in your Power School for things that you haven't done that were due on the pacing guide. That doesn't mean you can't still hand it in. It just means that I'm going to put a zero there just to help you kind of figure out what your grade would be looking at like at that point. Okay? All right. So let's now move on to Schoology and Apex. I'm going to slide over to that real quick. Okay, we're going to use Biology A, but this will work for both Biology A and Biology B. A couple things you'll find when you get in here. You'll find the welcome slide. Notice that I do have office hours on Wednesdays from 1 to 2 p.m. Here's the link for the Zoom to get a hold of me. Here's my email. Here's my phone if you ever need to get a hold of me a little bit faster. That kind of stuff, right? This is the orientation or the weekly announcements. You'll find weekly announcements here on Mondays, or if we don't have a Monday class, then on Tuesday. And so just kind of look through this. I'm going to let you read it yourself. Do the stuff that needs to be done. Okay. Orientation quiz, you're already in there. So just do the stuff for orientation quiz. Take care of that. Weekly attendance on Wednesdays. You have to do the weekly attendance every Wednesday. Okay, it is due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. So go in there. It'll be a quick question. It shouldn't take you more than a couple of minutes to do. If it takes you more than 4 or 5 minutes to do, you're taking too long. So don't worry about, it's pretty easy questions. Just make sure you're doing that. When you open it up, the assignment will be there. And the only one, don't worry about all this here. That's because I have those all unpublished. But I'll publish just the one that's for that week. So you'll see that, have that taken care of. We'll do that. Okay, cool. At this point, guys, if you already took Biology A first semester and now you're taking Biology B, or you've taken Biology B and now you're taking A or whatever, if you've already taken a course with me this year, you can probably stop watching the orientation at this point. Let me make sure I've got everything for you. Last day to turn in work, my office hours, orientation quiz percentage. You should plan to work 1 hour per day on this course, at least an hour per day, right? I've talked about proctored tests and I talked about the attendance assignment. So if you've already taken a course with me before, you can go ahead and you can stop the orientation at this point. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later. If you've never taken a course with me before, this is probably a time to talk to you about a couple of things. Where you find how you get into Apex. Here's a login link here. You can go through Clever, that kind of stuff, right? Content and assignments. Let's talk about that really quick. So in the content and assignments, you'll find a couple of different things. Number one, you'll find all the units and then the subunits, and then you'll find things like quizzes, right? Quizzes and computer scored tests and discussions. You will do those in... Sorry, my Alexa's going off. I don't know what she's doing. Computer, stop. Sorry about that. In here, you will find the quizzes, computer scored tests, and discussions. Those you'll do in Apex, but then you'll come over here to Schoology, and you'll open that up, and then there's going to be one question. It's going to say, did you complete this quiz, or did you complete this test, or did you complete this discussion? All you got to do is say yes. That tells me that I need to go to Apex to look for that, okay? Now, there are other things like journals, practice, and the teacher scored tests, right? Those you will do, what you'll do for those is you'll go to Apex. You can download what you see in Apex. You can then put your answers on it, and then you're going to attach that into here, right? So you'll click on this, and you'll go to, there will be a place over here for you to submit. You can submit it as a Word doc. You can submit it as PDF if you want to use like Cami to do that. That's a great way to do it. You'll just download the assignment. You'll put all your answers onto it, and then you'll hand it in here, right? So that's like journals, practice, and labs. Same thing, right? The teacher scored tests, you'll just take them right here in Schoology, all right? So let me show you one real quick. Let's take a look at a teacher scored test. So let's just look at the first one on... sorry, I'm going to the wrong place here. It would be the same thing for both Biology A and Biology B. It's just different units. So here's the first computer scored test. Let's not look at that one. Let's look at this one instead. All right, here's another computer scored test. You'll see it'll say free response. all you're going to do is you're going to take it in Schoology. You're going to take care of it in Schoology, okay? Down here, you see some contact information. If you ever need anything, get a hold of different people at A2 Virtual, or if you need contact for tech support, policies and forms, anything that you need is going to be here. Guys, I think that is pretty much everything except for, let's talk about the retake policy really quick, and let's talk about the pacing guide too. So let's go back up here to pacing guide. So we've got the pacing guide. This is what you use to keep track of what things are due when, right? So like I said before, if down here if you have not done after February 14th, the next time I go to grade, if you haven't done these 2 tests, they would go in as zeros, okay? You can still do them, all right, and get full credit as long as you do the best you can. Hopefully you can get full credit for it. But you just make sure that you try to keep with this pacing guide. That's probably the best thing to do, okay? All right, next thing is the syllabus. I'll show you where to find it. It is going to be under the same folder, pacing guide, syllabus, all that good stuff, okay? Here we go. Okay, there it is right there. I'm going to show it right here. So only thing that I really want to talk about in the syllabus is the retake policy, okay? You can retake or redo up to 3 tasks for the course. You must finish the course first, except for the exam, and then you'll contact me and let me know which tasks you would like to redo, okay? Those 3 classes may include anything you have scored less than 70% on, and so it gives you the date. By June 2nd, you need to let me know, hey, Mr. Marino, I want to retake these 3 things. The reason I make you complete the class first is because I don't want you to be to find out at you say, hey, Mr. Marino, I want to take this quiz real quick. You take it, and then you find out later you did worse on 3 other things. You don't want that to happen to you, all right? So that's cool there. Guys, I think that's it, all right? So let me know if you have any questions, anything like that. Best of luck to you in this semester. I look forward to working with you, and have a great day.